for Anambra State soon. ASUMA cautions Anambra residents against indiscriminate dumping of refuse. INEC reassures of H3 governorship state assembly elections on Saturday. Suicide bomber kills 9 soldiers in Pakistan. Before the news in detail, here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has expressed confidence that Anambra State will soon emerge as the most secure, business-friendly, livable and prosperous state in Nigeria. Speaking through his press secretary, Mr. Christian Aburime in Oka, Governor Soludo urged Anambra electorate to vote for candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, in the House of Assembly election coming up on Saturday, March 11th. He said voting for APGA candidates during the election will help him sustain the tempo of development across the 21 local government areas of the state. The governor said the massive support for APGA's candidates will enable him to work and attract more dividends of democracy to the state. He expressed confidence that with APGA lawmakers, his vision for the state will be achieved before the end of his first term in office. He also appealed to the media to always report issues that will sustain the already existing peace in the state. Anambra State is one of the states where only House of Assembly elections will take place on Saturday this week. Moving on, Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has described Master Chinonso Eche, who recently became a five-time Guinness World Record holder, as an inspiration for every Anambra child about the possibilities of big dreams. Mrs. Soludo, who said this in Oka, explained that Master Eche's success story is one that proves again that Anambra State is a home of high achievers and pace-setters. We have details.
Eche 15 recently became a 5-star Guinness World Records holder in Losho Records, Milan, Italy, after beating his previous record for the most consecutive football touches in 1 minute while balancing a ball on the head. Eche, who hails from Enugu, Njikoka local government area, hit 133 touches on set to surpass his 2019 record of 111 touches with an excess of 22 touches. Speaking on the milestone, the governor's wife said that as a big fan of the talented kid, she was never in doubt of how far he will go with his dreams, adding that Eche's brilliance with the ball is always a great delight for every eye. The Anambra First Lady further explained that Master Eche's determination, hard work and focus serve as perfect motivation for every Anambra child. Mrs. Soludo also stated that the kid's record-setting performance adds to the fact Anambra State is a home of great talents who are steadily flying the state's flag high on the global center stage.
The Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, has called on Anambra to reciprocate Governor Chukwuma Soludo's massive development accomplishments in the state by voting en masse for the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, during this Saturday's House of Assembly election. We have details.
Speaking to newsmen in his office in Oka, Right Honorable Okafor noted that there is need for Ndi Anambra to demonstrate the spirit of Nka bụ nke anyị by electing APGA House of Assembly members that will work with Governor Soludo for the overall development of the state. The speaker, while congratulating APGA candidates who won the House of Representatives election in their federal constituencies, including the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Dr. Pascal Abodike, for Ihiala, Lady Maureen Gwacham for Oyi and Ayamelum, Chief Don Okafor for Agwata, as well as Uchenna Elodemore, Newi South and Ekusigo, commended APGA members in the areas for their support. He called on the electorate in this Saturday's election to reject any form of inducement, but consider the experience, performance, and vision of the candidates while casting their votes. The state's #1 lawmaker appealed to the people of Ayamelum constituency to remember their agreement with the Soludo administration by voting en masse for Apuga in the local government area during the House of Assembly election as a payback to Governor Soludo, who has in barely 1 year in office commenced construction of 2 important roads in Ayamelum, in addition to offering teaching appointments to a good number of people of the area.
Anambra State Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ifeoma Binabo, and that of Youths, Mr. Patrick Kalamba, has urged in Anambra to vote for candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA in this Saturday's House of Assembly election to enable Governor Chukwuma Soludo to fulfill all his promises to the people of the state. Chidima Ikanyo has details.
Commissioners made the call when they spoke to the Women's Wing and Youth Wing of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Girls Guide Nigeria, and members of the youth organizations, among other support groups, at the Professor Doro Akunyili Women Development Center in Awka. For Mrs. Obinabo, Ndi Anambra should ensure that Apuga candidates emerge victorious during the election. She enumerated the advantages of having legislators of All Progressive Grand Alliance extractions at the State Assembly and urged both mothers and youths to do the needful on the election day.
For the first time. Election ani na-eji mekịta omemma na-emere onwe ya nke ka anyị ga-esi nye ohere a by making sure na anyị tụnyere ndị APGA na House of Assembly.
On his part, the Commissioner for Youth, Mr. Patrick Aramba, pleaded with the leadership of the women and youths to support the All Progressive Grand Alliance to ensure that the party wins majority of the seats at the State House of Assembly.
Anambra, must come together as common people. Where this is Ifeanyi Chokaime, Kaigoskene, Anambra, goes in the government. Yes, now you have the government.
Others who spoke included representatives of the Women's Wing and Youth Wing of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, National Youth Council of Nigeria, and Girls Guide Nigeria, among other associations.
The Managing Director, Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASWAMA, Mr. Mike Ozemena, has urged Ndi Anambra to desist from dumping their refuse on the roads and drainage channels. Mr. Ozemena, while speaking to the ABS Environment Correspondent, Blessing Uchendo in Awka, stressed that proper waste disposal is essential for maintenance of clean environment. He noted that dumping refuse in drainages obstruct free flow of water and advised the public to eschew indiscriminate disposal of waste because of its negative effects on the environment. He emphasized the need to bag refuse and dispose them properly in ASWAMA waste bins located at various places for onward evacuation by the agency. The ASWAMA boss, who stressed the importance of maintaining personal hygiene and dwelling in a clean environment to enhance healthy living, and joined the citizenry to protect the environments from rodents to prevent infectious diseases. Still to come in the news tonight, INEC reassures a hit-free governorship state assembly elections on Saturday. Suicide bomber kills 9 soldiers in Pakistan. Here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after the break. Moving on to the federal stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has...
How do I know? Because my daddy goes to his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a Peak Protect Breakfast. Peak.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. On the federal scenes, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reassured Nigerians of a hate-free governorship and State House Assembly elections this Saturday. Its chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, who gave the assurance at the meeting with all the 36 state resident electoral commissioners at the Independent National Electoral Commission headquarters in Abuja, said the beavers will be used for the elections, adding that the devices are being reviewed to avoid a repeat of the glitches recorded in February 25th presidential and National Assembly elections. He noted that the deployment of beavers has gone a long way to sanitize voter accreditation, as was seen from the result of the recent elections, saying that since last week, the Commission had intensified review of the technology to ensure that glitches experienced, particularly with the upload of results, were rectified. He urged the resident electoral commissioners to work harder to ensure that the governorship election do not experience the same glitches recorded with the last elections, while calling for disciplinary action against members of staff who were negligent. And from the world of business, the federal government is planning to introduce fertilizer subsidy for farmers in the country. This will be done through a program financed by the African Development Bank and International Fund for Agricultural Development. This disclosure was contained in International Monetary Fund selected issues paper on Nigeria, which was prepared by a staff team of the fund as background documentation for the periodic consultation with the country. The fund noted that the document was based on the information available at the time the report was completed on January 12, 2023. The report noted that the federal government had initially introduced an e-voucher for farmers to get subsidized fertilizer, with about 12 to 14 million farmers getting the e-voucher for 2011 to 2015. It was further noted that the initiative was dropped after the government suffered declining revenue in 2015. Right from the foreign scenes, a suicide bomber riding a motorcycle has rammed into a police truck in Pakistan's southwestern province of Balochistan, killing at least 9 soldiers and wounding another 13. Sumuela, the Deputy Commissioner for Balochistan's Kachi district, told newsmen an attack in Cambri Bridge, an area of the district nearly 150 kilometers east of the provincial capital of Quetta. Sumuela said the truck was carrying 22 members of the Balochistan Constabulary, a wing of the provincial police force. Mahmoud Notsia, a senior police officer in Kachi, said the injured were shifted to Combined Military Hospital in Sibi. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif condemned the attack, calling it a part of nefarious designs to create instability in the country. Last month, a bomb blast in Balochistan's Barkhan city killed at least 5 people and wounded 14 others. And from the world of sports, FIFA is considering monitoring time wasted in league games as from next season. FIFA President Gianni Infantino made this known during International Football Association Board annual general meeting in London. According to the Independent, FIFA's referees chief Pellegrini Colina led a concerted effort to cut down time wasting at last year's World Cup finals in Qatar, and IFAB wants the same criteria to be used in competitions worldwide from July 1st. It said that on average, a BBC study published this week found 11 minutes and 8 seconds were added on in total in first round matches in Qatar. Before we go tonight, remember that you can follow ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. You can go on to subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Now the main points that made the news tonight again. Governor Soludo has expressed confidence in transforming vision for Anambra State soon. ASWAMER has cautioned Anambra residents against indiscriminate dumping of refuse. INEC has reassured of hate-free governorship state assembly elections on Saturday. And finally, we told you from the foreign scenes, a suicide bomber has killed 9 soldiers in Pakistan. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance for the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That's all the news tonight. My name is Uchechukwu Ibana. Good night.